Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. If you're into mythology, ancient gods, monsters, and legendary stories, you're definitely in the right place because that's exactly what we're going to explore here. And if you enjoy the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe leave a comment telling me which mythology story you want to see next. And for the very first video, we're starting with chaos itself. So let's get into the story. Before the gods of Olympus existed, before the oceans, the stars, or even the earth itself, there was chaos. Now, when most people hear the word chaos, they think of destruction, madness, or violence. But in Greek mythology, chaos was something far stranger. Chaos was the beginning of existence itself, an endless void, a dark, empty nothingness where absolutely nothing existed. No sky, no sea, no light, no time. Just infinite emptiness. And somehow, from that emptiness, creation began. The ancient Greeks believed chaos was the very first primordial force in existence. Not a god in the way Zeus or Poseidon were gods, but something older, something beyond human understanding. Chaos did not rule the universe. Chaos was the universe before creation. And from chaos, the first primordial beings emerged. The first was Gaia, the earth itself. Not just a goddess, but the living embodiment of the planet. Then came Tartarus, the deep abyss beneath the earth. A place so dark and terrifying that even the gods feared it. After that came Eros, the force of creation and attraction. The power that allowed life itself to grow. And finally came Nyx, the goddess of night, and Erebus, the embodiment of darkness. And this is where Greek mythology starts becoming surprisingly disturbing, because Nyx and Erebus together created Aether, the bright upper sky, and Hemera, the spirit of day. Which means, in Greek mythology, day and light were literally born from darkness. And honestly, that idea is kind of beautiful. The Greeks believed creation itself came from opposites: light from darkness, life from emptiness, order from chaos. But Gaia, the earth, would soon create something that would completely change the universe forever. She gave birth to Uranus, the sky. And Uranus became the heavens that stretched above Gaia. Together, Gaia and Uranus created the Titans, massive primordial beings of incredible power. These were the ancient gods, before the Olympians ever existed. Among them were Oceanus, Hyperion, Venus, and Cronus. And Cronus would become one of the most feared figures in mythology. But before Cronus betrayed his father, before Zeus overthrew the Titans, before Olympus even existed, the universe was still young, and it all traced back to chaos. Now, here's something interesting. In many modern artworks, chaos is shown as some giant shadow monster or cosmic god floating through space. But the ancient Greeks didn't always imagine chaos as a physical being. Sometimes chaos was simply described as a gap, a void, an emptiness between worlds, something impossible to truly understand. And honestly, that makes chaos even more terrifying. Because how do you fight emptiness itself? You can defeat a monster, you can overthrow a king, but chaos existed before reality had rules, before nature, before life, before death. It was the unknown before existence began. And even after the universe was created, traces of chaos still remained. The Greeks believed the world constantly struggled between order and chaos, civilization against destruction, light against darkness, the gods against monsters. Almost every major Greek myth reflects this idea in some way. Even Zeus, king of the gods, constantly fought creatures connected to primordial chaos. Typhon, the monstrous storm giant, the Titans, the giants, ancient beings that threatened to drag the universe back into disorder. So, in a strange way, chaos never truly disappeared. It simply became part of the balance of existence. And maybe that's why the story of chaos is still fascinating thousands of years later. Because it's not just a myth about gods. It's humanity trying to answer one of the biggest questions ever asked. What existed before everything? Before the stars? Before the universe? Before reality itself? The Greeks answered that question with a single word: chaos. An endless void where creation first began. And from that darkness came the gods, the monsters, the heavens, the earth, and every myth that followed. And honestly, for a story about nothingness, chaos changed everything.